Welcome back, everyone. What a great day it's been so far. Please welcome our next presenter. We have TPT Global Tech Inc. It trades on the OTCQB under the symbol TPTW and is a technology-based company with divisions providing telecommunications, medical technology, and product distribution, media content for domestic and international syndication, as well as technology solutions. So please welcome its CEO, Stephen Thomas. Welcome, Stephen.
Hello, how are you?
So great. We're so happy to hear your presentation today. And to all of our viewers, please submit your questions for Stephen through our module. We look forward to the presentation, Stephen. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Well, hi. Well, first of all, thank you for having me again. I'm excited to be here today. My name is Stephen Thomas. I'm the Chairman, CEO of TPT Global Tech. We started the company, or actually went public about 6.5 years ago with the acquisition of Ali Pharma. Today we trade OTCQB fully reporting, and I'm excited to present today. We're going to talk a little bit about kind of where we've come from as a company and where we are today and where we plan to go in the very near future. So as Anna said, we basically have 4 different sectors of the company, but we are a holding company with divisions providing telecommunications, medical technology, product distribution, media content for domestic and international syndication, as well as technology solutions. We're here. We're in the process of raising $38 million. We're doing a Reg A plus as we prepare to prepare our quest to uplist onto a major stock exchange. We're very excited about where the company is positioned today. And we'll talk a little bit about that later today, how we plan on executing that move from the OTC to a potential U.S. major stock exchange. As I said, we have four divisions. We have our telecom, media, medical, and unified cloud services. So what I'm going to do is play a couple of videos that are going to showcase what we do as a company, because I believe these videos are very well put together and will showcase all the different product services that we do currently. And then eventually I'll get into some of the newer stuff that we're doing. So if you can go ahead and play the first video, I'd greatly appreciate it.
TPT Global Tech is a growth-oriented telecom, media, and technology company that focuses on a unified investment strategy across digital channels, with a disruptive innovation business model applied across TMT businesses. The increasing number of mobile devices, new emerging markets, and on-demand content are driving significant increases in digital demand. By generating organic and inorganic growth through merger and acquisition, we cross-pollinate our technologies with related businesses, products, and distribution channels. Through our predictive analytics and our expertise, we have designed a mobile TV and social media platform that delivers customized, original, and third-party content by gathering the end user's behavioral patterns and data. This means our customers receive only the content they want to see, along with the advanced technology platform, innovative products, and services. We are directing the change rather than reacting to it. The objective is to redefine the customer experience, capitalize on digital convergence, and be an innovative technology-based business that offers telecom, media, and data services under one roof. We have and continue to strategically acquire businesses that are interconnected and support each other's objectives of global expansion. As a result of these acquisitions, we have gained a domestic and global client base that offers the potential of profitability as well as a marketing opportunity. With our 3D mobile technology, global partnerships, TV and publication networks, and a proprietary mobile TV and social media platform, we have established ourselves as the pioneer of next-gen media and telecom technology. Contact us today if you are looking for a unique investment opportunity.
Okay, fantastic. So now can you play the second video, please?
TPT Med Tech has begun delivery of QuickLab, a mobile turnkey lab for COVID-19 testing and monitoring into the US marketplace. The first Quick Labs were delivered in June. The TPT Med Tech Quick Lab, manufactured in the United States, offers a turnkey solution to COVID-19 testing. The TPT Med Tech Quick Lab is designed for drive-through convenience and comes fully staffed with qualified registered nurses and lab technicians and can operate 24 hours per day, testing thousands of people daily. The TPT Med Tech Quick Lab provides turnkey operational technology systems that allow for easy and secure test ordering, patient data entry, with a wide range of analyzers to conduct both COVID-19 tests for nucleic acid and antibody testing, and advanced data collection to inform and refine the testing strategy. Our drive-up rapid testing system are designed for private corporations as well as state and federal agencies to test their employees on daily or weekly basis. For ordering information on the TPT Med Tech Quick Lab and all PPE-related products, please see the TPT Med Tech website.
All right, fantastic. So the reason why I wanted to start with those two videos is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back and talk a little bit. I don't know if some of you know, but I've been in quarantine for the last 10 days dealing with COVID, and it's been pretty rough on my family, but we're getting through it. We're on the other side of it, and things are looking pretty good. But as I was preparing for this conference, today, I wanted to kind of talk about where we've come as a company, where we come from, where we are, and where we're planning to go. And I always talk about a lot of different press releases about our management team. And I'm so proud of the individuals that we have. So I'm going to give a little quick background about myself. I started my telecommunications career almost 22 years ago. My first job was with a company called World Exchange based here in San Diego, California. We had revenues of just north of $1.2 billion a year, 27 subsidiaries around the world. I was the director of validations, managing $500 million of that yearly revenue. And Rick Everhart, who is one of my partners and the chief operating officer of TPT Global Tech and the CEO of TPT Med Tech, was one of the 4 founders of World Exchange. Gary Cook, Shelby Smith. Shelby Smith started working for World Exchange when she was 17 years old. She's now the president of TPT Speed Connect. Craig Fuller has been working with us for the last 15 years as well. Our management team is just unbelievable, and I'm so proud to have these individuals working with the company and helping us, achieve all the things we've been able to achieve as a small organization. And with the recent, additions of General Warden, who was in charge of 75% of the Army's R&D budget for new technology, is now the chairman of our government contracting division, and also now on the board of directors. And we just brought on retired Colonel Lee Dunlop, who managed all of General Wharton's Pan-Asian projects, as well as in the U.S., is now on board as well. So we're starting to round out our management team, and it's just very exciting for the journey that we've been. Like I said, I started 22 years ago. Back in 2002, we put the first, as Trans-Pacific Telecom, by the way, this company, because we've had it for a very, very long time. We put the first voice over IP billing software solution into the market, showing ISPs, internet service providers, how to build a billable telephone call in the internet. It was absolutely pioneering back in that time, back in 2002, 2003. This was at the divestiture of all the telecoms, and all the ISPs were trying to figure out how to become telephone companies. And we were one of the pioneers of showing them how to build a telephone call, turning them into phone companies literally overnight by using our software technology platforms. So we've been an innovator and a leader in telecommunication for many, many years. In the early days, we stayed small to be able to kind of grow with our vision, because, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who was saying, Stephen, back in 2002, I remember when you showed your diagram of how telecommunication was going to evolve over, the next 10 to 15 years with using satellite, using mobile handsets, that you were talking to us about how you'll be able to watch television on your phones. You'll be able to get movies and do all these different applications that no one even heard of back in 2001, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, back in 2003, Rick and I were over in China trying to meet with manufacturers and design companies, some mobile handset companies, to try to put internet onto the phone so we could actually start delivering some of this vision. So fast forward, here we are in 2021 as TPT Global Tech, fully reporting technology company. And what we try to do today is we try to find companies that, our model is very simple. What we try to do is we try to find companies that we can acquire, because all my years of doing this, the best way to grow revenue is through acquisitions. So we look for companies that we can actually increase our revenue, or we look for products that we can acquire that we can put through those companies, and look for distribution acquisitions that we can take those products and put through the distribution as well. So when you couple that all together, this is the makeup of TPT Global Tech. And we also like to look at it as a diverse portfolio of assets. I'm a big fan of diversification. I have seen so many technology companies over the last 20, 22 years that have come, that have gone, that have great technology one day, the next day they're no longer. From hardware vendors to different types of software companies, we've seen it all. And we're still here in 2021 as we start to look forward to trying to do this uplist to a major exchange. Like I said, TPT Telecom Division, we have a network right now of, we stretch across 11 states in the United States through our Speed Connect acquisition, which we completed in 2019. We have over 220 towers lit across this 11-state area. In the last year and a half through COVID, we have been trying to upgrade that infrastructure from a 2.65 to a 3.65 infrastructure, but it's been very challenging through the whole COVID. But today we're at about probably 70% complete, and Shelby Smith has done just a fantastic job in upgrading that infrastructure and getting us ready to create additional speeds and greater speeds so that we can give better connectivity to the rural America in the areas in which we service. These are some of the benefits of 5G as we start to do our 4G, 5G deployment. Internet of Things, cloud connectivity, education is a big thing that we're moving into as well. With our smart village technology play that we're involved with some of our partners. We have our cloud division, where we're about ready to launch we believe is the first super app in the United States. The working name right now, we're calling it Voice, but this is our development name. We haven't finalized on a final name yet, but we are in the beta stage. It is on my phone, and it is absolutely phenomenal of all of the different applications that are immersed into one ecosystem or one application, from from your desktop applications. So we actually take all of these different applications and we put them all into a single mobile platform. Your desktop, your iPhone, Androids, all into a single platform. It's very, very difficult to be able to do something like this, but we've achieved it. And I'm only going to show just these 4 different parts of the app. I'm not going to show all the other stuff because we're not done with the final front-end design yet. But we've got live shopping network. We've got picture albums. We've got TikTok. We've got audio and chat. We have live television, video, all inside of one application. And it's our super app. And we're just so excited. And we hope to have this launched by the end of the 4th quarter, possibly dripping over into the 1st quarter of 2022. We have different types of revenue generators in the app, sponsorships from brands, paid advertising. We have a pay-per-view part of it. We can host boxing events or sporting events and do pay-per-view. Paid broadcasting channels where companies can have their own broadcast channels and they pay us to be on our platform globally. We're built out in 36 countries around the world, 36 nodes around the world. Live events, ad packs, and then obviously content syndication. So when we develop new content from our Blue Collar, for example, our film and television production company in Los Angeles, we can then take that content and we'll be able to launch movies or television series or sporting events and so forth on our own television mobile platform worldwide. The fourth division that we have is our TPT Med Tech Division, which you saw the video, so I'm not going to get too much into that, other than the fact that we're very, very excited and pleased how we were able to pivot in COVID. You know, when everything was being shut down, you know, Rick and I said to ourselves, well, look, how can we help our country and how can we help these doctors and hospitals and people get PPE? And this is how it started. And then so we had all these relationships in China, and we said, well, let's reach out to some of our friends that have the factories for PPE and see how we can, help. And the next thing you know, one of my early interns from early days back in 2002, who's still a really close friend of mine, saw that we had launched TPT Med Tech and said, Stephen, I have an idea. You know, my company, I manufacture these mobile gyms, you know, for YMCAs and universities. He goes, what if we take these, instead of doing gyms, we make mobile, mobile laboratories. And I said, oh my gosh, what a great concept. And God, that would be fantastic for, when it's hot out, 117 degrees in Arizona or Nebraska, when it's snowing, you know, the workers would be sheltered and people just drive up and get their COVID tested. Now, the interesting thing about what we've always looked forward in the future with regards to Quick Lab and TPT Med Tech is we wanted to look at this as a point of care technology play. So the goal is actually to do additional panel testing, something like over 150 different types of tests. You will be able to get tested in one of our quick labs, from glucose, sickle cell anemia, any type of STDs or pregnancy tests. All these things you'll be able to drive up to a quick lab, get tested, and get your results via our mobile lab delivery platform system. So we have some fantastic strategic relationships. Thomas Scientific is the third largest medical supply company in the United States, and they've partnered with us on our quick labs and our technology and so forth. Now, Alpha Design's technologies, I don't know if some of you saw, but we just recently put out a press release this morning announcing our partnership with Alpha Design Technologies. They are a $150 million a year revenue company. They are owned by a $99 billion Indian technology company and the aero defense satellite industry. And we have signed a joint venture partnership where TPT Global Tech will launch TPT Alpha Design USA. And now we have the IP technology from this Indian company to be able to now offer these types of products and services, not only to the US government, US corporations, but international governments and international corporations around the world. And I am absolutely just blown away by the opportunity that this brings us, especially with the addition of General Warden and Lee Dunlop coming on board, being able to pivot and navigate us through the whole government contracting space, and with obviously their military relationships with the United States and governments around the world. We are just absolutely excited to announce this partnership this morning. And if you go to that press release, you'll see some videos of them actually showcasing their products and services at one of the trade shows in India. And I think you're going to be very, very impressed with Alpha Designs. And I'm just very happy to make that announcement on this platform today. The other strategic partnership is Satellia. Satellia is a French integration company. Their largest client is Orange Mobile, which is one of the largest mobile companies in the United States. In the world, operating throughout Europe and Africa. And they're going to help us with the marketing efforts of our technology platforms, as well as our super apps, and because they specialize in mobility and so forth. So we're really excited about that. Another partnership that we have is Kleos. Kleos is a 30 million year revenue company, but their actually revenues in their pipeline is just tremendous for 2021 and 2022. They are a 5G manufacturing company that got some alternative technology to Ericsson and Samsung and Nokia's 5G technology. And we are now in the final stages of creating that partnership with them to launch a manufacturing facility here in the United States under TPT Global Tech, that we will be managing our own 5G base stations and CPEs, coupled with Alpha Design, because they have the ability to actually manufacture and help us with the wireless design of our antennas, our radio broadcast equipment, and so forth for our 5G technology. So bringing all these partners together, coupled with our management team and existing traction that we have as a company, not only domestically and internationally, is just position TPT Global Tech to take this company from, we believe, an OTC fully reporting company to a NASDAQ company to create the type of growth activity that we need to participate and play in the NASDAQ world. What do we have coming up next? Well, we have a social media listening platform. We're going to get into mobile internet banking, obviously TPT federal contracting, and then into cybersecurity. Okay. So with that said, Anna, if you want to go ahead and start taking some questions, it'd be great.
Okay, Stephen, yes. Let's get into your questions. From Steve Nash, can you tell us what's happening with the government contracting division?
Well, what's happening now is that like I said, we just brought on Lee Dunlop and General Warden, and they are now putting together the different sales pipelines and opportunities, and for the government contracting division. And with the new partnership with Alpha Design, I think we are sitting in a very, very interesting position to be able to offer satellite technology, aerial defense technology, military defense technology to the U.S. government. So, like I said, we just put that announcement out this morning.
Great. Corey Steele asks, the West Africa agreement sounds promising. You signed a subcontracting agreement with Skybridge, and we are hoping for an update. Right.
So, yes, listen, I met with in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago before my family and I were dealing with COVID, and had a fantastic 4-hour meeting with the CEO and operations manager of Skybridge, and just excited to be able to work with Henry Whitlow, the CEO, and getting things on track. I had a call with him yesterday. Things are actually progressing very, very nicely. I was very pleased to hear some of the achievements that they've been able to make in the last couple of weeks with regards to moving that project forward. You know, I just want to say, Anna, you know, Skybridge is a private company. You know, they're not public, and you know they gave us the contract because of our telecommunications broadband and our technology capabilities for software development, and also our ultra performance concrete technology that I have available as well. And so we were able to beat out a French competitor company that would do more like a prefab type building construction. But when you take all of our technology capabilities and you couple that into the smart village and what Henry's trying to do, not only in West Africa, but he's also planning to do that here in the United States, you know, he chose to go with us. So they're a private company. So what I'm going to do is, you know, let them be the lead as far as major announcements. It's only fair. We're not negotiating with the African country that this is involved with. But I can tell you that things are moving along quite nicely.
Great, good to hear. Shea C says, can you provide an update on the uplisting effort? And have you brought anyone in on an official capacity to help you with this effort, and any sense of timing?
Yes, so that's a great question. Thank you. So yes, actually, we are moving, I like to call it light speed, to try to make this happen. Our recent engagement was with an advisory group called Donahoe Advisories in New York, and they are attorneys that had one time in their career worked for the New York Stock Exchange and with NASDAQ. They started their firm, and they're currently one of the probably the top group of advisors in the country helping the most amount of companies uplist. And they have now engaged with us, and they will help us make sure that we qualify, we get all of the proper paperwork and everything in order, and they'll help us negotiate the intake with NASDAQ. And we also have done a engagement with Spartan Capital as well, which will be handling the underwriting for the uplisting to NASDAQ. So we have our banker in place, we have our advisory guys in place, and we're moving this thing along quite nicely. Our goal is to try to do this by the end of 2021 or first quarter of 2022, hopefully shooting for January. But we're pushing really hard right now with the application process, getting the S1 prepared and getting everything ready to go.
Wonderful. Rowan Strickland asks, there's been some rumblings about TPT creating a super app. Can you tell us what it's all about and the timing?
Well, the super app is the voice app, right? And we are in the final stages of the front end design. Everything's been built, as far as back-end design, coding, everything's done. We're settling in on the final way it's going to look and operate and navigate. I hope to have that final design piece done the end of October, and we can get this thing in the market. We'll do about 30 days of heavy beta testing. We'll probably let about anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 people come on and beta test it for 30 days so we can work out any bugs or any issues or glitches or any design changes that we need to do. And then by going into, November, December, right before the uplisting the NASDAQ, we hope to have it out into the market. And I think people are going to be incredibly impressed with what we've been able to do.
Rocco Grosso wants to know, how and when will SWA start paying you?
Well, when they start the project, right? So when they start the project, they work out all the details that they need to do on their end, then we'll get the thing started. But remember, I want people to remember, this is Africa. I don't know if everybody's been to Africa, but if you've been to Africa, things don't move like they move in the United States. So people are going to have to be patient on that transaction.
Right. Jim Barnes says, Mr. Thomas, can you speak to any details concerning the SWA contract and timelines?
That was the same question.
Well, okay. We're just trying to answer the person's question one at a time.
Yeah, it's the same question. With regards to SWA, look, we're gonna let them make the announcements about any major developments. Okay.
So Gino Pachier says TPTW completed the agreement to acquire the software and genetic diagnostics from Innovagor, INOVAQ, beginning this year. When can the shareholders expect those shares, and how will they be divided among the shareholders?
We don't know. We're not quite sure how the dividend piece is going to be done yet, but EDSM is still in their audit phase. And, they've been a private company. And so, I don't know if people remember, probably most people were not shareholders. I don't know how many shareholders are listening that were shareholders at the very beginning with us 6.5 years ago. But it took us 18 months to get through our first SEC audit. So we've got them. We've started the whole process with Sadler Gibb, and we're just working through the process. It's just a process.
Russell Freeman asks if you can discuss if the chip shortage is affecting you all at all.
It had it at one point on the CPEs for the rebuild and the upgrading of our network and replacing the CPEs at the customers' houses. But we're that's under control as we speak now. We're fine. There was a little problem probably about 4 months ago.
Ryan Gilmore wants you to talk about your PR today concerning Alpha Design Tech and how that will affect the company financially over the next 12 to 24 months.
Well, I can't project, but what I can tell you is I'm absolutely excited that General Warden will have these tools in his toolbox as he starts to implement his business plan for growth in our government contracting. And to have his caliber of individual overseeing that is just fantastic for the company. So we haven't really quite monetized it yet, but we're very excited about the opportunity.
All right, we do have some more questions, but that is the end of our time. We'll send them all to you, but we would love for you, Stephen, to give us a little final closing arguments.
Well, listen, as I said, we're a holding company, and we are always looking for opportunities to be able to help us realize the long-term vision of what we've been trying to do as a company. Our investment banker at Spartan Capital, we were in a meeting the other day, and he said, I've known Stephen for 5 years. I met him when he came to New York on Wall Street and presented to a firm that I used to be with. And he laid out what he was going to do with regards to the company, this vision, way before we would own Speed Connect, way before a lot of this stuff happened. And he goes, the reason that we're bringing him into Spartan and we're uplisting him to NASDAQ is because Stephen and his management team have been able to execute on everything that he said he was going to do. And I think that's really important. And that's a hats off to our management team, Gary Cook, Rick Eberhardt, Shelby, Craig Fuller, Russ Williams. Those guys are just Mark Rowan, Steve Cottle. They're just all fantastic people, and we're a close-knit family. And that's why we're able to execute and pivot on a dime to be able to put out a quick lab check and verify platform system in the middle of a COVID and be a leader in an industry that we were never ever in, or to be able to upgrade our infrastructure from a 2.5 to a 3.65, or be able to have these fantastic partnerships with multi-million-dollar international companies that are coming to partner with us. And I think that's a testament of just how well we've done as a company. And I want people to really think about that. And I'm just extremely proud about our company and where we're going. And as I said always in the last interview that I did, we will get this thing uplisted. Okay. So anyways, Anna, thank you very much for having me today.
We really appreciate your time, your presentation, and your enthusiasm. Thank you so much, Stephen.
You got it. Thank you very much.
All right, everyone, that does it for our Emerging Growth Conference today. It's been a fascinating and thrilling day of great presentations, great companies, and great questions from our audience. Thank you all for participating. So in just a minute, you'll be redirected to the registration page for our next conference. So stay on and reserve your spot early. On behalf of all of us at Emerging Growth, I'd like to thank all of our presenters, our attendees for making this such an amazing conference and a really great success. So remember that a complete replay of this conference separated by company, it's going to be available on the Emerging Growth Conference YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Emerging Growth Conference. So please subscribe and follow us on Twitter at Emerging Growth C. We post all new information to Twitter first. I'm Anna Berry, and on behalf of myself and our whole team who made this event possible, I wish you all a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back at the next conference. Be well, everyone.